TF2 is possibly one of the worst optimized games I've ever played, but thankfully, there are many tricks, tips, and commands which allow us to run TF2 properly and to boost FPS, avoid nasty crashes, and clean up the game. Now, if this video is helpful to you in any way, please consider dropping a sub to be notified for future TF2 videos, and leave a like to help with the algorithm. But without further ado, let's fix your TF2. So boosting FPS is actually a lot easier than you would think. Luckily for us, TF2 mod creators have done a lot of work by creating configs. Now, configs are essentially a bunch of commands in a file, which are active when you play Team Fortress 2. But before we get into anything, you'll need to enable your console. To do this, go into the settings, then go into the advanced tab, and hit enable developer console, and now you're good to go. So the very first site we'll be taking a look at is Master Config. Master Config is a platform to install configs created by modder Master Comms. The configs are created and designed to make TF2 run smoother and increase FPS. The absolute greatest things about Master Config is that you can choose presets to suit your wants and needs. And not only can you choose from these presets, you can completely modify them before installing them, giving you full freedom what you want and what you don't want in your config. So if you have a low-end PC or want maximum frame rate, I recommend you pick up the low preset. I wouldn't go very low because there's a lot of graphical glitches, so low is probably as far as I'd go. But if you do have a higher end PC and you care more about graphics, I can definitely recommend you try out a higher end config, such as medium, high, or very high. Whilst on this site, you can also select some extra features such as transparent view models or features like null cancelling movement, which allows for more accurate movement when strafing. When downloading the config, remember to place it in your custom folder, which can be found in the pathway displayed on screen. And if you don't see a custom folder here, you can make one yourself, but do remember to keep the folder name in all lowercase and without any spaces. So now that we have the config set up, let's talk about launch options. To access and modify your launch options, you'll need to open up the Steam library page and right click on Team Fortress 2. Once you've done that, click on properties and you'll see a space for launch options. Now all the launch options will be on screen and in the description, but the launch options novid, nojoy, and nosteamcontroller make TF2 launch a lot faster, whilst the others on screen mainly make the game run a lot smoother. There's a few more things that you can do to really increase your FPS in Team Fortress 2 and make the game a lot cleaner. But first, let's talk about today's partner. Let's try out a real diamond in the rough in the world of mobile games. I started playing Hero Wars. This is an online role-playing action game with a variety of PvP and PvE modes. Here, I can fight against powerful bosses and experience the amazing storyline. This campaign style is great, and it feels like a classic fantasy game. While completing missions, I can collect loot and upgrade my champions. This game has more than 50 unique heroes. Each one has their unique abilities. Combine and assemble different teams to battle in the arena or traverse the endless tower. But the main party happens online. You can create guilds, fight with others, and constantly rise in rank. Join the game now and get a super chest with a secret hero, as well as 62 emeralds and 30,000 gold. Hero Wars is available on mobile devices and also runs in a web browser. Scan this QR code or download the game using the link in the description. I'll see you in game. But for now, let's get back into boosting your Team Fortress 2. So now that you have installed the configs and set your launch options, I definitely recommend you try a new HUD, since the vanilla TF2 HUD is clunky and gets in the way. The HUD I recommend the most is WamHud, and it's a HUD I personally created and have been using for almost a year. It is attractive whilst being practical and can be found linked in the description or just by googling WamHud. Downloading WamHud is super simple. Just hit the download button and drag it into your TF2 custom folder that you used earlier. It's a HUD I use in all my videos, and I always see comments asking me how I get the rotating crosshair and what HUD I'm using, so I hope this helps some of you out there. Now, this very last step we're going to take is to increase your FOV. Now, some of you may be wondering, what in the world is FOV? Well, FOV means field of view, and it's pretty much just adjusting how much you can see. The bigger the number, the more you can see. FOV in TF2 is usually capped at 90, and you can get this by opening the console and typing FOV_desired 90, as well as typing TF_use_min view models space 1. So guys, after applying all these steps, your TF2 should run a lot better, it should be a lot smoother, and it'll be a lot cleaner with view models and HUDs. Now, if you guys have any questions on how to improve this or things I said that could be changed, please comment them below and leave a like to help with the algorithm, and I'll see you all later. Peace.